Hello, good evening and welcome to my channel. My name is Cynthia. In today's tutorial, I'll be showing you how I was able to sew this conical corset. I already have a video on how to cut this particular corset. So if this is what you want to watch, please make sure you watch to the end. And if you're a new subscriber, please make sure you hit the notification bell so you always get notified whenever we upload a video. All right, so these are the parts of the conical corset that I cut out. This is the pattern, and I also had to draft out the main fabric. You see, I drafted it out and I added half inch on my fabric. In case you are confused on what I did, I already have a video on how to cut this conical corset. I'll be putting the link below so you go and watch. There's already a video on how to cut it. All right, I had a video on how to cut it on. So this is the sewing aspect. All right, so in today's tutorial we are going to be sewing this. All right, so please don't go anywhere and make sure you watch this video to the end. All right, I want to say a very big thank you to all my subscribers and to all those who always come back to watch our video. Thank you very much for always coming back to supporting this channel. May God bless you. All right, so the first thing I went on to do was to add my light wordings on the fabric. You want to do that because I'm working with a suede fabric. You know, suede fabric is very stretchy, so I wanted something to give it firmness. So I had to work with the light wording. Yes, we have the light and the thick one, so it is the light one I use. I already gum it on on my fabric, so I'm going to go ahead and we'll start with joining them. All right, I did it for both the back and the front because it's still the same fabric I'm using, so I wanted the firmness. That's why I did that. So let's go ahead and start stitching. Okay, so these are the linings I'm working with. For this lining I added my light gum stay to it. All right, so what I'm going to do right now, I'll just go ahead and join all these things, and then I'll just keep telling you the process of the making of this dress. But I think you've seen how I did my cut. I showed you what I put. This is the line. This is just a normal lining. You can use an OK lining, you can use a pongee lining. This is a pongee lining, so I added gum stay, just a light normal gum stay to it. So I'll go and join all those pieces and then we'll come back. All right, so this is the back side. I went ahead to join it, so I'm going to do my trimmings now. So I'll just trim here. Remember, this is the armhole side, so I'll just do my trimming. I'll be adding yoke to this. Okay, I'll be adding my yoke to it. Open up this part, then we iron it very neatly. Okay, so I'm going to go and iron it. All right, so this for the back side, and then there's another thing again for the back side. At this point, at this part, I'm going to use my biro to mark it so that you know what to use. All right, so at this point, hope you can see what I'm doing. So at this point from here, because this is the place we want to look somehow standing and all that, so like the peplum part, not really a peplum, but that place is looking somehow. So I'll be using my boning. All right, you need the measurement boning now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to sew it this way, making sure there's ½ inch for my sewing allowance, making sure you're keeping some sewing allowance. All right, so I'm going to sew it this way, or you can keep it this way, whichever how you want to keep it. All I want you to know is that you keep it this way, and then you add another one, like make it like 3. be like 3 lines. So I'll have 1 line here, and then 2 line, and then 3 line. Make sure then keep your sewing allowance. Make sure there's sewing allowance on this part, so that you won't sew on it, right? Or you can even make it 1 line. All right, so this is for the back side. All right, so go ahead and iron this now. Now for the front parts, now this front parts, I'll also add my boning to it, like I did to the back side. And then all right, on the front part, I'll be making it a bust caging. Okay, I have a video on how to cage a bust. All right, so I will not be explaining this here. I'll put the link below also. The last video I made was how to make a bust caging, so I'll put the link below. Then I explain in detail how to cage your bust. So I'm going to put the link, so go and watch it. Right now I'm going to trim my work and then cage my bust. Then we'll come back and show you how it is. I won't be showing you how to cage it here because I already have a video on how to do it. So, and the reason why I divided this video into 2. The first part was the bust caging, which I uploaded last week, so that we can be able to cut the video, so you too can enjoy the video instead of too many talking and all that. So I won't show you how to cage the bust. Go and watch the video so that you learn how I did it. So I'm going to repeat the same thing I did for the back side. All right, you want that part that looks like that looks curved towards, to stand very well, to have structure. That's why we're adding the boning. Okay, so the same thing I did for the back, I'm going to do the same thing for the front side of the lining parts. Because we are not going to leave the main fabric that way, we are going to also put some stiffness around here so that it can also be stiff. So I've gone ahead to stitch all this. So I think it's time to also trim. So let's trim this. Very, very thick. So I got a thick word. This is a thick wording. I'm going to iron on top of this. All right, I was supposed to put this before I stitch this one, but it's not yet late, so I'm going to go iron on this. I'll also do it on this part. You can see I'll also iron that one too. And then on the front part, this is the front part. I also went ahead to cut out this. This is the thickest wording. I'll be putting it here, and then I'll also put it on this part here also. So I'll go ahead and do all this, then we'll come back to show us how it's looking. This is the front lining, and like I told you, please, if you don't know how I did this, I'm going to put a link. Go and watch the video, right? Watch how to bust cage this way. Okay, I'm not sure, I didn't show it on this particular video because it's a very long video, so I have to divide into 2. So I posted it last week, so go and try and watch it so that you understand what we did. So on the back part of the lining also, I also added bonings. As you can see over there on the back parts, I added some bonings on those 2 lines, and also on that curved part I added bonings too, so that my work can stand very well and have the structure I need. In fabric, I went ahead to also iron them out. I ironed it out, and then I added the thick wording I told us about. I added the thick wording. As you can see, this is the thick wording. This is for the other side. I added the thick wording while I ironed well. And then for the front part, I also added the thick wording. I'm going to trim off some part before I sew. So as you can see it, I also went ahead to iron the bust parts very well. Now there is something we need to do before we attach this. Before we attach this to the main material. We're going to do something here, so I'll try and push this out. I'll push it out this way. So I'll try pushing it out this way, as you can see, and then I'm going to get my light wording. I'll get my light wording. Alright, the reason why we are doing this is because we don't want some of those lines to show on the main fabric. So, and then I'll place it on top of it. And then I'll go and iron it out. Let me take this one, is not full. So I'll just go and iron this out. But if you want to iron very fast, I would advise you also add hemming gum to it. So we're going to add our hemming gum. Alright. We'll add the hemming gum. So I'll go ahead and that's what I'll do here. All right, so I've gone ahead and I've ironed it. You can see how it is. I've ironed it. This is the front part, but remember it's going to be like this. So I'll now go and sew it up with the what? With the main fabric. So I forgot to mention, on the main fabric I added a foreign cup on it. Okay, so add your own. And then I did my turn up, and this is what we came out with. Okay, so you can see how beautiful it's looking. Sorry I didn't show that part, sorry about that. I didn't know my video was not videoing, but at least you have a clue on how to make this video. So if this tutorial was very helpful, please don't forget to like, share and subscribe. I'll see you again in my next class. My name is Cynthia. Bye.